Hello, everyone. It's Barbara, and we're going to take just a few moments today to talk about some serious things. I know, who wants to talk about serious things, but we need to. There's a bunch of things I want to talk about, and I'm not really sure how to start. I wrote down some notes last night, and it's so interesting. So let me just start with this. Are you having problems meditating? Are you having problems staying focused, paying attention? Are you having problems with your physical body? For example, aches and pains that didn't used to be there. Eye problems, sinus problems. Using me as an example because that's all I can do. I'm having problems with my eyes. They burn all the time. I don't put anything in them. I don't wear contacts. I'm not outside very much, so it's not pollution. And I literally feel like I'm being microwaved. If you put a piece of chicken in the microwave, which you should never do, by the way, but you put that piece of chicken in the microwave, what happens is all the fluid, all the moisture in the chicken is sucked out. And then what you have is this dry, tasteless mass that used to be chicken. And that's how I kind of feel right now. It doesn't matter how much water I drink. It doesn't matter if I put drops in my eyes. They still burn. And I'm having problems focusing. So I wanted to do this video in the hopes that maybe I can help somebody else, because I know what this is. This has nothing to do with COVID-19, okay? This is 5G. And today's Tuesday. I felt a shift sometime between Sunday night and Monday morning. And all these feelings got worse. I've been feeling this ever since they turned it on, which, a lot of people think it's not turned on. Oh yeah, they turned it on a long time ago. But something happened Sunday night, Monday morning, and like I said, I'm having more problems with my eyes. I'm having more problems with my body. This is not me. I'm divinely healthy, but I feel like I'm in a microwave. So I talked to a friend of mine who works with a lot of high-level people, high-level doctors, etc. And he said, absolutely, this is 5G. This is what it does to our bodies. The whole purpose of, I'm not even going to say it anymore. The whole purpose of that is to make sure that our cells don't get enough oxygen. And when our cells don't get enough oxygen, they produce toxins. And those toxins poison our body. And we get sick and, eventually leave this reality, we'll say. So I just want to put it out there that if you're experiencing symptoms that you have not had before and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have the virus. No, you don't have the virus necessarily. But you have the effects of the 1,000,000+ towers that are out there on our planet. 1,000,000+ towers. A lot of people would say, oh, but we need that so we have better reception. No, we don't need that, honey. This is all to hurt us, to thin out the population. So, one of the things that we can do is we can use frequencies and prayer to combat this issue. I'm going to stop the video because my notes are over there. And remember when I said if you have problems being focused, yeah, I'm having problems being focused.
And I'm back.
Right back. So this is what I suggest people do. Now, I'm not going to tell you to do this. I can only suggest it. So this, repeat after me. I, state your full name, strongly scramble the frequency of fear, anxiety, and all the effects of 5G in this body, and I transmute them into love, gratitude, and divine health, and a strong immune system. So be it. So what that does is that takes those low frequency things and it transmutes them into something higher. Now, you need to believe this works. Some people say, oh, you don't need to believe it works. Yeah, you do, because if you don't believe it, you're putting a block in. So I'm going to say it one more time for you. I'll use myself. I, Barbara Jean Cannon, strongly scramble the frequency of fear, anxiety, and the effects of 5G on this body, and I transmute them into love, gratitude, divine health, and a strong immune system. And so it is. So that's my little bit on 5G. I know I wasn't going to say it, but I don't watch mainstream media for the most part. I peek at it once in a while just to see how crazy people are. I watch other news outlets behind the scenes, and it's been very interesting out there. There are a lot of truths that are surfacing right now, and there are a lot of people that are freaking out. If you watch anybody in Hollywood right now, they are all freaking out with their self-quarantines. And I want to explain why. If you don't know why, you need to know why. Most of them are not under self-quarantine. They're actually under house arrest. And you can tell because in a few videos, you can actually see an ankle bracelet. And they're freaking out. They're talking, they're basically, their body language says panic. The words they use might not make any sense because you need to know that they're going down. They've all been responsible for part of the sex trafficking and the child molestation that's going on. And in New York, in Florida, in Texas, in California, I'm sorry, y'all, but we need to save the children. The children are much more important than your careers. And if you're all panicky and scared because Judgment Day is here, well, guess what? Judgment Day isn't scary if you've led a life of integrity. Judgment Day is actually a happy thing if you've led a life with integrity. So, to everyone out there that's watching these stars freaking out because of this self-quarantine, maybe you need to go behind the scenes and see what's really going on. Also, the fact that these stars are all of a sudden looking horrible, aged, big, puffy. One woman, she said, those aren't bags, that's luggage. They're not getting their adrenochrome. And if you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's nasty. It's scary. I make beauty products. That's my job. And I would never, ever, ever do what they're doing. yes, you might look really good, but the price is way too high. So just go look up adrenochrome. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the last few years. The last 2 to 3 years, many, many people have passed away. My own son was one of them. And if we look at those 2 to 3 years, a lot of people are like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Why are all my family members and friends passing away? I believe I understand why, especially now. So when we leave this reality, if we choose to, we get to level up. My son leveled up. I know exactly where he is. He is in a higher realm. He gives me messages all the time. Thank you, my darling son. And there are times when I don't feel strong. And he kind of kicks my butt a little bit. He sends me a message like, hey, Mom, you got to be strong. And I appreciate that so much. Well, what I've come to understand in the last week is all this stuff that's going on in the world right now, and the stuff that you're going to find out about that's going on behind the scenes and has been for many, many years and is just horrifying. We need to be strong because we're the ones that are still here. We need to be strong for ourselves, for our families, and for the children that are out there, and for the people that are rescuing the children. So how do we be strong? We have the most amazing spirit guides. The most amazing spirit guides that knew us in this reality, so they know what we need when we need it. For example, my son, he knows what I need when I need it. And I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. We need to ask them for assistance. Thank you to all my spirit guides and guardians who love me, who watch over me from the light. Thank you for bringing me strength to get through today and all the things that I need to do. Thank you for helping me help other people. Thank you for looking after all the children and all the people that have been victimized. And thank you for watching over the people that are helping those victims. It can take 1 minute a day. Talk to your spirit guides and guardians. Talk to those that have passed before you. Talk to the angels and the archangels who work with the light. Talk to the ascended masters. Talk to Jesus, Mother Mary, God. Whoever resonates with you that is in the light. Because now is the time that we need to be praying, not just for ourselves, but for the whole world. We're in the book of Revelation, for those of you who know anything about the Bible. We are in the book of Revelation. All you have to do is open it up and you can go, oh yeah, been there, been there, been there, been there. Check, check, check. Yes, we're there. So whatever you can do to pray for the children, pray for the people rescuing the children and helping the children. This is why our loved ones passed before us, so they could help us from out there. We all knew this was coming. Those of us that are still here, we volunteered for this. I know. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, it sounds like a great idea. Sign me up. We knew this was coming. And I want to talk about healers. 30 years ago, you had to pay $10,000, to be a Reiki master. And there weren't many around. Now, fast forward to today, there's healers everywhere. Why? So we can prepare for what's going on right now. We need lots of healers, lots of people praying, lots of people getting together, even virtually like this. If you think you're alone, like right now I am totally alone in this building, but I am not alone. I have all kinds of spirit guides and guardians. I have people that I'm connected to. We all have a network of people and beings that we're connected to. And that separateness that we feel, that's just a 3D concept. We're not separate. I can hear when certain people are talking about me. I can feel other people's feelings. We're not separate. That's just what this society wants us to think, because if we're separate, we're easier to control. Don't be easy to control. Be a freaking rebel. Know that you are part of something greater than just you. We're part of a team. The next thing I wanted to talk about was these truths that are coming out, about the trafficking, and there's so much ugliness in the world right now, and it's all coming to the surface. And our job is not to turn away from it. We've been turning away from it for many, many, many years. If you go back and watch movies from the last 50 years, there's been hints all along the way. And we watch the movie and we're like, oh, that was a good movie. We eat our popcorn and then we go home and we don't really think about it. But now, as I go back in time and watch these movies, I'm going, oh my God, it was all laid out for us. And a lot of us didn't see those things. There are so many ugly truths out there. But here's the deal. This is the year of 2020. 2020 is all about clarity. What's clarity? It can be truth. So this is where the truths all come out. And our job is to help them come out and to help the people that have been affected by them. So this year is going to show which side you're on. Now, I don't like polarity. I don't like us versus them. I don't like black versus white. But the polarity is, are you going to act and react from the light? Or are you going to act and react from the dark or the lower frequencies? When all these truths come out, are you going to love and be compassionate and forgiving and be helpful? Or are you going to be angry and want to just lash out? That is not the appropriate response for this. So to all the people out there that just want to be angry, you need to look at yourselves. This is not the time to be angry. Those days are over. Anger just makes more darkness. And it makes it inside of you, especially. And then you're going to throw it out at anybody that's around you. And you're going to find that you're going to lose some friends, because there's a lot more people that are working from the light these days than from the dark. And we already know that the light wins. It's already been written. Okay? So, for years we've been talking about this division. People are going this way or this way. This is the year where that's actually going to be physically seen. So if you're going to be helpful and be loving and compassionate and forgiving, your world is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You already are okay. If you're just going to be angry and lash out, your world's not going to be okay. You're making your own living hell here on earth. Is that really where you want to be? Because that's not where I'd want to be. I want my heaven on earth. One of the things I've been saying for the past year is, instead of focusing on all the big nasty things out there that the mainstream media pushes on us, or do we want to focus on the positive things in our local communities. I've been going for walks lately, and so have a lot of other people. I've seen more people walking in the past week than probably in the whole last year. And it's beautiful, really. Yes, there's that social distancing, but people are picking up garbage in other people's neighborhoods. They're helping each other. In our town, we have all these shops with paper hearts in the windows. People just trying to make other people smile. I know one of our customers and friends, she's making little surprise gifts to drop off at random people's houses just to make them smile. Last week, I dressed up in my unicorn costume, stood out on the street corner and waved at traffic. Most people smiled. Some people just went, oh my God. Those are the ones that make me laugh. Like, come on, you can't see an 8-foot tall pink and purple unicorn. So don't focus on the people being greedy. Don't focus on the people that are stocking up on things and reselling them on eBay or Amazon or whatever. They're making their own bed. I used to say karma is a bitch, but I don't say that anymore. Karma is fair. She is so fair. If you live a life of integrity and you do good things for others, she's going to make sure that good things come to you. If you don't, that's all I'm going to say. So the year 2020 is also the first year of the Chinese Zodiac. It's the year of the rat. And it's the first year of a 12-year cycle. So it's all about beginnings. And one of the things that I wrote down in my notes was in the tarot deck, in the major arcana, the very first card, the 0 card, is, first of all, it's the sign of Aries. And in our zodiac, Aries is the first sign. I'm an Aries. And Aries people like to start things. So between 2020 being the year of the rat, which is the first year of a cycle, and then right now is Aries, which is the first sign in our zodiac cycle. And all this stuff's going on. This is all about new beginnings. And in the major arcana, that 0 card is the Fool. And the Fool, if you ever look at the card, it's this happy-go-lucky character, a lot of times with a dog. The dog is jumping up and down. And this happy-go-lucky character has 1 foot raised because they are taking that first step, that leap of faith on a new journey. And that's where we're at right now. It's the beginning of April, and we've got all this stuff going on around us. And if you watch the background news like I do, there's so much going on, and we are entering this new territory, and it's really exciting. If you watch the mainstream media, everything's going to hell in a handbasket because they want the old ways back. The old ways aren't coming back. I'm sorry to tell you, the old ways are not coming back, and we don't want them back. Think about a year ago, the way things were, and everybody would complain about it. Well, guess what? It's changing. And we're going to get new, better, improved ways of doing things. So what I suggest is you stop watching the mainstream media. If you're still watching the news, oh my gosh, turn it off. First of all, you don't know how much of that stuff is true. I mean, look at the coronavirus. They've said millions of people are going to die from it. Then it's hundreds of thousands of people are going to die from it. Then it's 5,700 people are going to die from it. They're using computer models. They're going like this. Here's a number. And somebody's getting paid to come up with that number. Well, I can give you a number. It's not going to be millions. And I also know from a very trusted source who works with a doctor in New York that he's treated 900 cases. 900 with that new drug, hydroxychloroquine, I think is what it is. And 900 people out of 900 came out of it within days. I also know that a lot of doctors have been told by their higher ups that even if somebody comes in with a broken leg, if that person passes away, they passed away from the coronavirus. What a bunch of bull. They're just trying to up the numbers and make people live in fear. So stop living in fear. Okay? Stop. Fear is a low frequency emotion. Love is a high frequency emotion. All you need to do is just take 1 minute of quiet time. And I know if you've got 6 kids, I know that's hard. But just go in the bathroom, lock the door, take 1 minute for yourself. And just say, thank you, God. Thank you to all my spirit guides and guardians who love me, who watch over me. Thank you for filling me with unconditional love. Thank you for filling me with compassion and forgiveness. Thank you for filling me with high frequency energy. 1 minute. Then when you do that, you can better take care of other people. You can better pray for other people. Pray away the ugliness. We need times to change, and they're changing right now. Don't resist the changes. The systems they're being upgraded. Okay? And you need to know that there's lots of people behind the scenes on the good guy side making those changes. There's lots of us that are being called to help others. There's lots of us who are working with new technologies, with frequencies, and we're on the good guy side. So pray for all the healers. Pray for all the people that are rescuing children. Pray for all the people that are trying to make this a better world, who have all of humanity's and the earth's best interest in mind. And watch who you trust. If it doesn't feel right in your gut, then maybe you need to use some discernment and not fully trust that person. If you watch all these Hollywood stars and you're thinking, oh my God, the world is just falling apart, it's really not. Remember, we're that caterpillar that went into the cocoon, made the cocoon, and we're in that goo phase. We haven't come out as a butterfly yet. Stuff's going to happen in that goo phase. But it's all up to you to decide if you want to live with love and compassion and forgiveness, or be angry, upset, have resentment, and blame people for things. It's your choice. You choose every day. You choose when you wake up in the morning. You choose when you go to sleep at night. And you choose every minute during the day. So, what do you want to choose? I'm going to choose being up here and sending out love and compassion and forgiveness. No matter how many times I'm attacked, no matter how many times people say horrible things, it doesn't matter. That just shows what kind of person they are. It shows they don't feel comfortable in the light. So help heal the world. Please. I thank you for watching my video. If I have touched one person, I know that I've done my job. Thank you, everyone. Have a most blessed day. I love you. And I send you blessings of peace and joy and divine health and a strong immune system and abundance and prosperity and all good things. I love you.